It's gonna be absent?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So it's gonna be only you today. Fine, we can continue with what we were doing, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to share the page, the homework page. Give me a second. It's here. Mm, There you go. So first of all, these questions here in one, match a line in A with a line in B to make questions. Should be easy, right? Where do you
Yeah.
go on holiday? Okay. What
What do you do at weekends?
do you do at weekends? Great. Next.
Uh, who do you live with?
Who do you live with? Next. What time?
What time do you go to bed?
Very good. How much?
How much is this iPod?
How much is this iPod? How many?
How many students are there in your class?
Very good. And how?
And how do you travel to work?
Very good. Very good. Now, let me uh okay, first we will do exercise 2, then we'll come back to exercise 1. I would like to know your answers. Anyways, here in exercise 2, the answers are given. Okay. I am an
Yeah.
architect. So what should be the question? What do you do? What's your job, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, the answer is at 8. So what should be the question here about Helen and start work?
What time does Helen start work?
What time does Helen start work? Absolutely fine. Number 3, from France is the answer. What should be the question?
Where do Nicole and Jean come from?
Fantastic. And Sally is the answer. What's the question?
What's your wife's name?
What is your wife's name? Right? What's
Yeah, I say what's. Yeah.
great then. Great then. There is another way. What's your wife called? Okay. Next, number 5.
Do you have any children?
Do you have any children? Yes, I have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Very good. And number 6,
And do you like dancing?
fantastic. Last,
And do you enjoy your job?
fantastic. But do you enjoy your job? Cannot be answered this way. You see, the answer is not yes, I do. The answer is because it's interesting and my boss is great. So what should be the question? The right question? Look at the answer. Because it's interesting and my boss is great.
I'm not
Because,
sure.
¿por qué?
Why?
Because, yeah,
Why did you enjoy
exactly.
your job?
Why do you enjoy your
Why
job?
did you enjoy it?
Because it's interesting and my boss is great. Make sense?
Yeah.
Why? Yes, why?
Yeah.
All right. And come to this exercise here. We have to complete this text. Okay, so let's do it. Linda Michelle
Has
has
two
2
jobs.
jobs on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Why don't you go ahead and read? I would like to see how you read it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. She works in a school where she teaches young children. She goes to the school by bus. She starts work at 8:30 in the morning, and she finishes at 4 o'clock. On Thursdays and Fridays, she stays at home and writes stories for children on her computer. Linda lives in Oxford with 2 other girls. They all work hard during the week, but at weekends they spend time with their friends. One of the girls cooks dinner and then they go to the cinema or to a pub.
Fantastic. Gonzalo, I have a tip for you. Whenever you have a text like this in English, and you understand that text properly, if it is not too difficult for you, then always try to compare that text to your mother tongue, your language is Spanish. Compare how this
Yeah, I
text.
do it.
Yeah, great. Very good habit. Okay. This prepares you for all the differences between your mother tongue Spanish and English. Once you understand and appreciate those differences, you don't make too many mistakes speaking or writing the language, the new language, the target language. So good. Now, number two, write the verbs in the correct negative form. Number one,
And Joe works long hours, so he doesn't spend much time with his friends.
lovely. Two,
My grandparents live in the US, so we don't see them very often.
fantastic. Three,
They have three small children, so they don't relax much at weekend.
fantastic. Number four,
TV in my country is awful, so we don't watch it very often.
very good. Number five,
I never drink green tea because I don't like it.
fantastic. Number six,
My sister works nights, but she doesn't sleep many hours in the day.
oh, that's not very good for her health. Number seven,
I go running in the evenings, so I don't have problems sleeping.
number eight,
The gym at my university is horrible, so I don't go there very often.
right. Uh, does your school have a gym? Is there a gym at your school as well?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that there are gyms at university. I didn't know that because I don't know any universities here which have, gyms. Okay. Now I would like to ask you questions from exercise one here, the first exercise we did. How do you travel to school, Gonzalo?
I usually take the bus.
Hmm.
It's only one bus.
Okay. And is it a school bus or is it a public
No,
transport bus?
a public bus.
Okay, okay. And you and your brother go to the same school,
Yeah,
right? So most of the time you guys leave home together?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's see. Who do you live with, Gonzalo?
Actually, I live with my brother, my father, and my mother.
Hmm. And what about your grandparents?
No, my grandparents is in another house.
Uh-huh. Are they in the same town, Lima, or they are
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in the village?
the same
Okay,
town.
okay, all right.
It's near to my
It's
house.
near. How often do you visit them, or do they visit you?
Maybe it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. You visit them more often, or they visit you more often?
No, I visit.
You
I
visit
visit
them, right?
often.
Yeah. Um, what time do you go to bed?
Maybe at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Hmm. And great. Very early, isn't it? 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
9 o'clock is very early. I'm very happy that you go to bed so early.
yeah, it makes me feel better in the next day.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know what? This is what happened. Yesterday was Diwali here. Okay. I would like to show you some of my WhatsApp wishes I received and I shared with other people. I think I will be from the class for today. Okay. Can you take a look at your brother's message?
Yeah,
Whoa, is there a mistake there? Hello, teacher. I'll be absent from the class of today.
maybe the from.
Okay. I'll be absent. It should be ABSENT. Take a look here. Absent,
Okay, okay, okay.
right? I'll be absent. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be absent in today's class. I'll be absent in today's class. From is also okay, but I'll be absent in today's class. Sounds better. All
Yeah.
right. There you go. See, Happy Diwali. Okay, I'll show you some English ones. Oh, these are Hindi. These are Hindi ones. Let's see. Oh, these are all Hindi ones. Uh, yeah, Happy Diwali. Okay, so this is a festival in India, a festival of lights. I don't know if
Oh,
you know anything about Indian festivals. Can you see this photo? In this photo, you can see some uh, lights, yeah,
yeah.
and these are called earthen lamps. They are made from clay, okay?
Oh,
They are made of clay and we light them on Diwali. A lot of people use electric lights as well. Everybody decorates their house and it's like, Christmas you celebrate.
yeah.
It's very like Christmas in terms of decoration, we decorate the whole house. However, the reason is very different, every festival has some sort of history, right? Something happened
Yeah.
in the past. Okay. So yeah, this was the reason yesterday morning, just nobody remembered to wake me up. I explained that to you, right?
Oh,
I woke up around 7 and I felt, oh my God, I missed my class. I was not planning to miss, and I really felt bad. But don't worry, I'll compensate for that class, okay? I'll teach
okay.
another day on a holiday, maybe. Now, I'm going to ask you some more questions, and these questions are also related to the sentences you read today. Do you know anybody, Gonzalo, who works nights?
Sorry, teacher.
Do you know anybody who works nights? You'll find,
Who?
yeah, yeah. Let me show you. This is the phrase you read today.
I don't know.
This is the phrase you read today. Oh, just a second. Give me a second. Uh-huh. There. You read a phrase, this number 6. My sister works nights. Can you see? Here.
Number 6.
Yeah, in the last exercise. Here, where my cursor is. My sister works nights, right?
Ah, okay.
So I asked you, do you know anybody who works nights?
Yeah, my cousin,
Okay, tell me a little bit.
because he had a work that is in USA,
He works in the USA.
and it's different times.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, different
My
times.
sister works
Mhm.
nights. It means she works at night. Okay. Most people work during the daytime. They go to
Yeah.
school, they go to office, but some people in some jobs, they work at night.
Okay.
For example, security guards. A lot of security guards work at night. Waiters, a lot of waiters work at night. Some people have night shifts, they work at night. So my question was, do you know anybody who works nights?
In my family, no,
In your family, nobody works nights.
no,
They all
no.
work during the day, right?
Yeah.
Do you know anybody, a relative, a friend, a friend's parents, or someone who works nights?
When- uh,
I'll tell you.
no,
I'll tell you.
not really.
Mm,
Sorry.
I know a couple of people, okay,
Okay.
and they are they are in India, okay. They work from India, but the thing is they work for a US company, all right.
Okay.
They work for a
Okay.
US company and they basically offer help on the phone. When customers have problems, then they call the helplines So they work for
Okay.
those customer care services, but they live in India and work for the US companies. So they usually work at night here in India, because when it is at night in India, it is daytime in the US.
Okay.
So that's why I know a couple of people, they work nights. They have very, very bad social life, because when everybody else is at work, they are free. And when everybody is sleeping, they are awake. So it's very difficult for them to attend parties, go out with people, because they work
Yeah.
nights. Would you prefer to work nights or work during the day if you got a job?
I prefer to work in the day because I have the night maybe to get up with my family
Right,
or
exactly,
another. Yeah.
exactly. I understand. Yes. So this is why I asked you this expression, this question. Do you know anybody who works nights? Because it's a good expression in English, work nights. Okay. I work nights. I work nights 3 days a week. Okay. I work nights 3 days a week. Okay. Or I could simply directly say I work 3 nights a week, like that. Anyways, we are moving on to some more difficult exercises, because these exercises seem very easy to Gonzalo.
Okay.
Gonzalo, if you have to give me your opinion about your English and your brother's English, who do you think is a bit better than the other?
When my brother speaks English, sometimes um
You don't worry.
I hear when he speaks,
Mhm.
and there are many words that are not correct.
So you can notice the mistakes he makes.
Yeah, yeah,
That's lovely. That's lovely. Do you offer help? Do you make corrections? Or
yeah. I tell
you
him
okay, okay.
his mistakes. Yeah.
Okay, that's lovely. That's lovely. It's good to have a partner to speak to. And it's great that both of you are learning together. Now I'm going to take you to another exercise. Give me a second. Where are my tests? Hmm, Tests. This test is going to be slightly more difficult. Skill test one. My computer is a little slow today, but anyways, it's open. Yeah. This is an interview. I'm sharing my screen with you first. Yeah. At the cinemas this week. Okay. Mitch Foreman interviews Russ Sparks, the star of a new independent film. Mr. Sparks is in town to promote his new film, The University of Life. Okay. So you have some questions here.
Okay.
You have to basically read the interview quickly and circle the correct letter for. Okay, there are 3 exercises here. Exercise 1, read the interview quickly and circle the correct letter. Okay. Go through the text quickly, Gonzalo.
Okay.
Or better still, you can look at the questions in exercise 2, A to H, right? A
Yeah.
to H, look at the questions. These questions will go in these blank spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. The questions in the interview are not written here. You need to read the answers and think which question the person, Russ Sparks is answering. Okay, so look at the questions and put them in the correct places.
Okay. I think that the number 2 is the letter A.
What's the film about? Very good. Number 3.
The number 3 is the letter G.
Very good. 4.
Teacher, could I say another number? For example, number
Ah,
6.
I can understand. I understand. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
The number 6, I think that it's the letter C.
D. Sorry, number 6 is letter which?
C.
E. Does the film have a happy ending? Number 6.
Yeah, no, the letter C.
And number 5.
Uh,
And number 7.
and number 5 is letter H.
Yeah, that's right. And number 7. Number 6. and number 4. 4, 6, and 7.
Number 6 is the letter C. Who does she play in the film?
Number 6 is C.
Yeah,
Who does she play
who,
in the
who
film?
does she play?
Okay, great. And number 7 and number 4. Remember, there is an extra question, okay?
Okay.
Hmm.
The number 7 is letter E.
Number 7 is letter E. Does the film have a happy ending? Now you're right. That's correct. And the only one left is number 4. The letters left, you have already chosen A, you have chosen C,
Yeah.
you have chosen E, you have chosen G, and you have also chosen H. So the letters left are
A and F. Yeah.
B and F.
And F, F, B.
Yeah.
I think it's the letter B.
Very good.
Right.
So I can clearly see you have a little bit of a problem with the WHY, WHY. This word asks for a reason, okay?
Yeah.
Why asks for a reason. Whenever you want the reason of something, you ask why. Why am I learning English? Right? Why do I go to school? Why does my father have a job? Okay, so why asks for a reason, and you can clearly see the old man tells him simple stories about his life, and the lawyer learns a lot from these stories. Things he didn't learn at expensive private schools and university. These stories help him to understand himself and be happy. So, why is the title of the film The University of Life? So, goes with this answer totally, right? Because
Yeah.
he's explaining the reason why the title of the film is The University of Life. Absolutely correct. Well done. Um, so let's read. I am the interviewer. You are the film star. Okay. I am Mitch Foreman, and you are Russ Sparks. Let's do
Okay.
the role play. Hello, Mr. Sparks. Can I ask you some questions about your film?
Certainly.
What's the film about?
Well, it's a story of a young lawyer. He lives in the center of New York City. He's rich. He has a great apartment. He has lovely family, but he isn't happy. He has trouble sleeping, and he often works very late. Then one day his life changes when he becomes friends with an old man at the city hospital.
Oh, okay. Um, what happens then? What happens next?
He gives up his job at the law firm and he becomes a songwriter and pianist.
Pianist, a jazz
Pianist.
pianist, a pianist, piano, pianist.
Pianist. Okay.
Why is the title of the film The University of Life?
The old man tells him simple stories about his life. The lawyer learns a lot from these stories. Things he didn't learn at expensive private schools and university. These stories help him to understand himself and be happy.
Who is the writer of the film?
One of my co-stars is the writer of the University of Life. Annika Fredrickson is an amazing person. She's a wonderful actress. And in her free time, she's the singer of a fabulous R&B band, the Moon Rocks.
Very nice. And who does she play in the film? Annika Fredrickson?
She's the young lawyer's wife. I play the lawyer.
Oh, okay. And does the film have a happy ending?
Yes, it does. The lawyer loves his new job. He also has time to enjoy his family again, thanks to the help of the old man. Saleh Al Ghul plays the old man. I love working with him. Learn a lot of from him about acting too.
Thank you very much for talking to us, Russ. Now, you said something the wrong way, Gonzalo. Read the last line again. The last line. I learn a lot.
Okay, so sorry, teacher.
Can you read the last line one more time?
Oh, okay. Um, yes, it does. The lawyer loves his new job. He also has time to enjoy his family again, thanks to the help of the old man. Saleh Al Ghul plays the old man. I love working with him. Hearing a lot from him about acting too.
Yeah, very good. When do we say a lot and when do we say a lot of? Give me sentences where you say a lot and give me sentences where you say a lot of.
Sorry, teacher, a lot of.
Yes. So I want you to tell me the difference between a lot and a lot of.
Okay. Um, maybe I have a lot of apples.
Very good.
And maybe it sounds a lot.
Okay, great. And so it was just maybe a slip of tongue. The first time when you read, you added the word of. I learned a lot of from him about acting. Okay. Anyway, so you get it right. A lot of and a noun is necessary. A lot of water, a lot of apples, a lot of milk, a lot of money. A noun is necessary, right? And when
Yeah,
there is no noun to follow, you say a lot. He laughs a lot, right?
yeah.
Okay, very good. Now I'm going to ask you to use this expression, thanks to, okay? Make a sentence about your life, okay, from your life, where you use the expression thanks to. Look at this. Look at this here. The lawyer loves his new job. He also has time to enjoy his family again, thanks to the help of the old man. So, thanks to something is used to acknowledge, okay, the contribution, of course,
Okay.
and sometimes it is used in a sarcastic way. I'm in a big trouble now, thanks to you.
Oh,
Okay. So
okay.
people use this in a sarcastic way. Sarcasm, you understand? Sarcasm, do you know this
Yeah,
word?
yeah, yeah.
Great. All right. I think we are absolutely ready to go to the next level, and that is the intermediate level. Let me open my book. We are going to start our lesson with this book. It is going to help you so much learn new things. Give me a second. My intermediate part. Oh, yeah. Let's see. And hmm, take a look at this. What's your story? Look at these photos. What do you see?
It's like um the life of one person throughout his life.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, I don't think all these photos are from one person's life. Do you think all these photos are from one person's life?
No, no, it's
Let's
different.
see. I mean, there are so many photos. So maybe we are confused, or maybe they are the photos from the same. Yeah, actually, they seem like photos of the same person. Okay, take a look at this girl playing the piano here. Okay, and I think it's the same girl here in this black and white photo, or maybe not. It's a bit confusing. Okay, we are
Yeah,
not very sure whether these are all photos of the same person at different stages in their lives. But we can see one thing is common. There are people with their family here, right?
yeah, right.
In these photos, there are people with their families. Do you really think that spending time with your family is very, very crucial for growing up as a healthy human being, a good social human being? It is really necessary to be with your family.
Yeah, because it helps you to understand maybe how is the work of maybe my father or my mother.
Right. Okay. The story of your past doesn't have to become the story of your life. What does this quote mean? The story of your past doesn't have to become the story of your life. Why is the story of someone's past often the story of their lives? How can people stop this happening? Do you understand what you're reading?
I'm not sure.
The story of your
Like,
past doesn't have to become the story of your life. It is not necessary that the story of your past becomes the story of your life. A lot of times, the story of someone's past is often the story of their lives. What it means is, whatever happens with us when we are young, you know, the way we are brought up,
okay,
it has a very lasting effect on our personality. And in many cases, most cases, I would say, people find it difficult to escape the way their childhood was. You see, a lot of criminals, when you meet them, a lot of criminals, okay? If you
okay,
look at their childhood was not very happy. They did not experience love and care like most people do when they're young. Result, their entry
yeah,
into, you know, criminal life, the world of crime. You will see a lot of people, Gonzalo, who did not go to school when they were young, all their lives, they keep talking about it that they did not go to school because of the reason. But some people, they do not use their past as an excuse for their present. No matter what happened with you, in the past, no matter how many bad things happened with you in the past, if you want, and if you're strong enough, you can change that. You will not let it affect your present. You can take a different path altogether. I'm thinking of a celebrity you perhaps have heard of, American TV star Oprah Winfrey. Do you know Oprah Winfrey? She's a Black woman and she does interviews of celebrities. She has a show called Oprah Winfrey Show.
Okay.
So she was born in a very poor family. Her parents did not bring her up. She lived with her grandma. And when she was just 9 years old, she was sexually exploited. She was sexually exploited by one of her neighbors when she was only
Uh,
9. Now imagine, parents not educated, okay? They work
okay.
in the factory, in other people's houses. She doesn't live with her parents. She lives with her grandmother. Her grandmother also needs money. She goes out to work. She's alone at home. A neighbor takes advantage of this fact. Now, this kind of situation normally can get you, it can make you feel depressed. It can make you feel less worthy, and it can kill your confidence that your parents do not want you. You're living with your grandmother. Then there is another man, exploiting you, abusing you. But this girl, this 9-year-old girl, she did not let these things affect her. And today, she's a very rich, successful woman in America. And she is positively helping, impacting a lot of children's lives. She runs a lot of charities. She gives a lot of money to, children's charity for children.
Okay.
So the story of your past doesn't have to become the story of your life.
Yeah.
It actually means that whatever bad things happen to you, okay, or with you, okay, you don't have to allow it to impact you in the future. If you're strong, you can minimize the impact, the negative impact. Basically, it is used to suggest that your future, your destiny is in your hands. You decide what happens with you. This quote encourages people to believe in themselves and believe that they can choose the path for themselves no matter what happened in the past. They can minimize the impact. They can have a new life. This quote works as a motivational, comment, a motivational line for some people. The story of your past doesn't have to become the story of your life. Think of it. A woman gets married to a very abusive man, all right, who does violence against her at home. Now, this woman, suffers, and finally, maybe gets divorced, all right, or takes a step, you know. Now, she doesn't have to live with those memories all the time. She can have a new beginning. It takes courage, it takes strength. So, this quote basically invokes people to be strong and to take the challenges that come from your past experiences. Gonzalo, do you know anybody who didn't have a very happy past? They faced some real problems, okay? But now they are living a different life, and we can say in a way that they have moved away from the effects of their past.
Yeah, I have a friend that
Hmm.
in the past, um, he doesn't have um his parents,
Hmm.
but he do his best
Right.
to be a better person.
And today,
Yeah, today is an example
very good.
for me. Yeah,
So he grew up without his parents,
yeah,
and still he did not choose the path of crime, the path of drugs, alcohol. Instead, he studied hard and he is a better person today than most people who come from that kind of background are, right? There are lots of people who grew up without their parents and ended up becoming criminals, ended up becoming alcoholic, ended up becoming drug addicts. Okay, Gonzalo, whenever I use difficult words, unfamiliar words, feel free to ask me to explain what I said. Okay? You don't
okay,
have to take any pressure because when I speak, it is very much possible that I'll use vocabulary that you are not familiar with. It is possible, okay? If
okay,
that happens and you don't understand what I'm saying, if you can make out what I'm trying to say, if you can, guess the meaning of what I'm saying from the context and from the rest of the words, great. But whenever, the use of my vocabulary, unfamiliar words, causes a confusion in your mind, feel free to tell me to explain what I said again because you had a new word or unfamiliar word, okay, vocabulary item in
okay,
the sentence. Yeah, that's
okay.
important. So I guess now this quote makes sense to you and you understand what it means. The story of your past doesn't have to become the story of your life. It is not
Yeah,
necessary, right? Okay, Gonzalo, I'm going to use the grammar part of this sentence to just check your understanding of this grammar part. Doesn't have to, okay? Gonzalo, do you think our first girlfriend has to be our wife? Do you believe, Gonzalo, that our first girlfriend has to be our wife? Are you there? Oh, your video has frozen. Seems like some internet issue. Gonzalo, are you there? Are you there? You're not there. I'll wait for you, Gonzalo. Now you went on mute. When you come back, let me know. I'm here waiting. Are you back? I thought you were back. Hey, Gonzalo, welcome
uh,
back. Yeah, there was
my
some
internet. It
internet
was my internet. Yeah.
problem. Yeah, I can see. All right. First, your video froze. I was asking you a question.
Oh,
There was a phrase, your past doesn't have to be your past story doesn't have to be your life story, okay? The story of your life.
okay.
So I'm asking, what does Gonzalo think? I want your opinion. Do you think our first girlfriend has to be our wife?
Uh-oh. Because well, what's the meaning of that last word that you said?
Wife, our wife, the husband, wife, husband. Gonzalo, a boy falls in love with a girl, his first girlfriend. Now, is it necessary that that girl goes on to become his wife? Or it's all right if he falls in love again the second time, the third time, and chooses to marry somebody else? Some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
say,
Okay.
one girl, you fell in love with that girl, now that girl has to be your wife. traditional values, the traditional way of looking at relationships. How do you look at it, Gonzalo? Do you think our first girlfriend has to be our wife?
No, no,
No,
not,
our
not,
first
not,
girlfriend
not, not.
doesn't have to be our wife, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All
not
right.
necessary. Yeah.
It's not necessary. Yeah, it's not necessary. Okay. Gonzalo, do you think um, we have to be from England or America or Australia, an English-speaking country, to be the teacher of English?
Sorry, teacher, could you repeat, please?
Do you think we have to be from an English-speaking country like America or England or Australia to be a teacher of English?
No, no, you
No.
can be from another country.
Country, and you can still be a teacher of English, right?
Yeah,
So in this situation, you can say, no, you don't have to be a native English speaker. You don't have to be a native English speaker to be a teacher of English, right?
yeah.
Can you use this expression? Don't have to be, don't have to do, doesn't have to. It is not necessary. So go ahead, say, you don't have to be a native English speaker. I want
Um,
you don't have to be a native English speaker.
you don't.
You
What's
don't
the?
have to be. You don't
You
have to
don't have
be
to be
a native English
native
speaker
English
to
speaker
be a
to
teacher
be
of
a
English.
teacher.
Yeah. Okay. Some people say, Gonzalo, that only handsome guys have, girlfriends. Some guys say, some people believe that only handsome boys have girlfriends.
No, it's not only to be handsome. It's um.
I want you to use this don't have, doesn't have. Use this expression to respond.
You don't have to be handsome to have
To have a
having a girlfriend.
perfect, Gonzalo. Great, great, great. A few more situations I'll give you. Respond to me, okay? With the same expression, okay? Let's see.
Okay.
Some people believe that you have to be very rich in order to be happy.
You don't have to be rich to be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, some people say you have to go to go to the gym if you want to be strong and fit and strong.
You don't have to be to not to you don't have to go to the gym
To
to be
be fit
strong
and
and
strong.
fit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, great, great. You're a very quick learner, Gonzalo. You're a very quick learner, that teachers enjoy it, students like you. A couple of more examples, okay? Um, Gonzalo, do you think it is necessary to be married if you want to experience life in its full?
Sorry, teacher.
Do
What's
you
the question?
some people believe that if you don't get married, okay, you can't
Okay.
enjoy life in its full. So you have to be married, you have to get married if you want to enjoy life in its full. Do you agree? Or you think even single people can enjoy life in its full? Those who decide to stay single all their lives.
I think that is not necessary because if you are married, you can travel with him or her um, around the world and enjoy the life.
So you don't have to be married or you don't have to be single to enjoy life, You can
Yeah,
enjoy life both ways. Whether you are married or you are single doesn't matter. It depends on your choice, right? What kind of life
Yeah,
you want.
yeah.
Absolutely. So don't have to. This is a good expression, okay? Um,
Okay.
Gonzalo, do you have to wear a uniform to school?
No, I don't have
You don't
to wear
have
a
to wear
uniform
a
school.
uniform. You
Yeah,
can go in your own clothes, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, all right, great. And Gonzalo, do you have to speak English in your English lesson at school?
yeah. I have to speak English
Okay,
uh,
good.
in all the class, during the all the class.
Right, right. And Gonzalo, tell me a couple of things that are rules in your house. Okay. Tell me about your house rules. There are in every household, there are some rules, the children must follow. These rules are prescribed by the parents, the children must do this, must do that. So tell me a couple of rules that are in your family, that are in your house. You have to follow them.
To make my bed
Uh-huh,
and
great. Use the
and be
expression. Yeah.
tidy and be
Mm-hmm.
tidy to with my notebooks and books.
Go ahead with using that expression have to. I have to do this. I have to do
Okay.
that.
I have to be tidy with my notebooks and
Mm,
books.
mm. If they are in the wrong place, your papa doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Get it. Okay. What are the rules that other children have to follow, but you don't have to follow? Are there some rules like that, those in your family? That other people, maybe most people in your town have to follow, but you don't have to. Anything?
It depends the parents of other people.
Exactly. For example, maybe other children are not allowed to have a mobile phone, but your parents allow you to have a mobile phone, right?
Yeah.
Is it your choice to be in bed by 9 o'clock, or is it your parents' decision that you must be in bed before 9 o'clock? Who decides that? Is it your parents' decision that you must be in bed before
Yeah.
9, or
I,
you
I
decide?
have to be in my bed at 9
Okay,
o'clock.
okay. Your parents say that. Your parents decide that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Nice. I'll tell you about myself. When I was a kid, okay, when I was young like you, a lot of parents didn't allow their children to answer back. You know, Answering back was considered a disrespect, some sort of disrespect to your parents when you answer them back. But my parents did not force us, to be silent when they were scolding us or when they were angry with us. They allowed us to respond to what they were saying. We didn't have to be quiet when we were being scolded. We could reply, we could answer back. We didn't have to be quiet. I'm using the past tense. We didn't have to be quiet. A lot of children can't speak when their parents are angry. They have to be quiet. They have to silently listen to their parents. But we were allowed to respond to whatever our parents were saying. Maybe not rudely, but we were allowed to respond, to disagree with them. And I think that was a very, very important thing. I allow my children also to answer me back. If they don't agree with me, if they don't think what I'm saying makes sense, then they have the freedom to answer me back. Yeah, I expect them to be a little respectful when they're answering back, not like shout at me, not yell at me. But yeah, if they disagree with me, they should let me know that they disagree with me, because it helps the communication. So, Gonzalo, today's class comes to an end, and it was another fun day with you. I hope tomorrow your brother will be back. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he will be in the class, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are going to continue, right? I'll
Okay.
share the recording so that he can watch it later. Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye,
Bye.
Gonzalo. See ya. Good
Bye,
night.
teacher.
Good
See you
night.
tomorrow.
See ya.